feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will put toe to leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buffaloes offense will start this game off with the football. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. And that's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Breaks into the open. Step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Buffaloes come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got him in the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw again. It's on target and complete. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Fires to the big fella. Powers through. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Back's looking for the goal line. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got it in the middle. It's Conrad. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Takes a handoff. It's Avery. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Well, this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Off-play action on first down. Got a man in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the catch. It's Avery. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This defense has owned the first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big third down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here. And you've had a great first half.
Here's the pressure. Complete to the left. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
So nice when you're in offense and you're getting these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Trying to rumble in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The short hands, it's Burns. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a 1st down.
Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Direct snap. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pickup of 5 and a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. The offense cashing it in on that drive. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sends it back in motion. Snap from the gun on third down. He's got him. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down, get the conversion, move the sticks.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
You know, for quarterbacks out there throwing screen throws, part of your job on this play is negotiating the defender. You have got to find some way to get that ball to your running back. You can't let the defense knock that away.
Jukes his way for more. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. Slams it ahead. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bucks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Hester. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? To the air on first down. Fires left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. 3rd down play from the gun. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. They'll immediately call timeout. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man out of the backfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
Swing it on second down. Takes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Hey, quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game, as we're starting to get late. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He's got it. Touchdown, Colorado. And the comeback is on. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going right to work up top. Firing to the right, complete. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. On the move. Oh, he's got a chance. He's loose. The 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin let us know when it goes final. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He'll do it himself. Diving for the end zone, and they knock it out. Defense picks it up. Pass to 50. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown Sooners. The defense putting points on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Buffaloes decide to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Dumps it off in the flats. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Got room at the 35. Wide open spaces. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's the handoff. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the punishment has been extended. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fakes the grab. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Quick spin on the run. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He's got the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This late in the game in the 4th quarter, they're in 4-down mode every single drive in possession, trailing by as much as they are. So down here in the red zone, you throw an incompletion, no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again. Can the defense step up here and make a play?
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Man, 4th and goal, you're backed up a little bit after a couple bad plays, and you make the play. You needed it. You find your receiver, throw it up. He goes and gets it. What a play by this offense in a critical moment.
From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing back. Round, but the hands team is able to corral it. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown Sooners! And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The run from the shotgun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He's taking the deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They just keep firing. They're working that left side. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's complete on the right side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the Buffaloes trying to cash it in on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Bucs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I'll tell you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber, missing a guy wide open in the end zone, he makes those throws in his sleep.
They'll throw on third and short. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to fire on second down. He wants a big play here late. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you